Hey everyone, what's up? I'm back. How are you all doing today? So some of you have missed the memo that I was away from the 17th to the 21st, which is last week. And I've stated that I would not be making a video for the past week because I would not be home. So for those of you who didn't catch that in my previous video, that was the reason why you didn't see any new videos from me talking about the Bride event or the Pain event or anything that happened in between. So anyways, we have lots to catch up today, so let's get started. Today, I'll be talking about the Brides, the Super Ninja Festival, as well as the new Guy and Guy's Ninja Gear. So let's start off with the Brides first. If you guys haven't pulled yet, you guys will notice this little banner over here, or this notification. This is to say that for the first 10 consecutive pulls that you do, like the first 50 gems pull, you're going to be guaranteed a 5 stars Bride character for sure. All right, and the 5 stars Brides are Kushina and Mei. All right, Kunoichi. Wait, her name is Kunoichi, right? Yeah, anyways. Or no, it's Kurenai. My bad. Kunoichi means ninjas, female ninjas, right? Yes, Kurenai is her name. And we have Hinata here as 4 stars characters, okay? And they are also the rate up characters over here, as you guys can see. So they're rate up, and they're also limited time to this specific Bride event. I'm not too sure when they're going to come back again or if they ever will, because this event, the first time it came was last year. All right, like the first time it happened. Okay, so let's take a look at Kushina first. So there's a 5 stars version as well as the 6 stars version now. 6 stars version is available for both Kushina as well as Mei, but not the other two because the other twos are only 4 stars, right? So I'm just going to mainly focus on 6 stars. If you guys have any questions regarding the 5 stars, just feel free to click on the tab over here and then just do your comparison. So let's go with the 6 stars. Okay, so for the 6 stars, Kushina, here are her stats. 5 stars and 6 stars are exactly the same over here, but the skills are different. Well, skill types are the same, but the trigger speed is slightly different, as well as the chakra cost and the description as well. So for the first skill, it's a unique type skill. Trigger speed is fast, chakra cost 50. And what it does is it deals 5 times your attack damage or 5 times your attack stats as your attack to the whole enemy team. So it's AoE damage, as well as lowering down their defense. All right. Oh, sorry. No, my bad. Scratch that. What it's saying is if your enemy's defense is in a debuffed status, then you will deal 5 times that damage. So if, let's say, you debuffed your enemy's defense, then you're going to do 5 times 5 your attack. All right. So that's going to be 25 times, right? All right. So skill number 2, it's a unique type skill as well. Trigger speed. It's also fast. Chakra cost 45. What it does is it will neglect your opponent's defense by 40%, and then dealing 7 times the attack stats as attack damage to the enemy, to a single target enemy. And then also it will cause the enemy's defense to be decreased by 40%. So it also debuffs your enemy's defense by 40% and also causing confusion status. So this is actually pretty good. So it debuffs your single target enemy's defense by 40%, causes confusion, and then negates 40% of his defense, of his or her defense, and then dealing 7 times your attack damage as attack. Whereas in the 5 stars version, it only deals 3 times your attack damage as attack. And then there's a chance to cause confusion for your 5 stars version. 6 stars version is much stronger. Like, it's much stronger. All right, so abilities. Leader skill for red attribute type units. It only buffs red attribute type units, buffs their attack as well as their critical chance by 10%. All right, 10% increase. For ability number 1, for the first 10 turns, your attack and skill damage is increased by 150%. Ability number 2, you will be totally immune to debuffs. All right, so no debuffs will work on you. And there's also a chance that skills, like incoming skills, will have no effect on you. So you will have a chance to dodge skills. So let's go with Mei. So here's Mei. We're going to talk about the 6 stars version. Her first skill is a summoning type skill. Trigger speed is fast. Chakra cost is 65. It deals 5% plus 10,000 damage to the enemy's whole team. And also there's a chance that critical hit will happen. And when it does, the max damage it'll deal is 3 times. So 3 times your 5% plus 10,000 damage. And it again, it says maximum it can reach is 3 times. So maybe when critical hit happens, sometimes it's going to be like 1.5 times, sometimes it's going to be 2, and then sometimes it's going to be 3, etc. All right, but no higher than 3. Skill number 2 is a unique type skill. Trigger speed is fastest, chakra cost 30. What it does is it debuffs a single target enemy's attack, defense, and agility by 60%. All right, so that's really good. And there's a high chance to cause stunned effect on your enemy. So there's a high chance you will stun your enemy when you use this effect. I mean, this skill. So that's pretty cool. So leader skill, it buffs all blue attribute units, buffs their attack and defense by 10%. Ability number 1, when your chakra is above 50%, your attack and skill damage is increased by 150%. For skill number 2, all incoming water type, fire type, earth types damage, as well as negative status effects will be halved. All right, so all of those things will be halved when you take those damage or negative status effects. All right, so I believe I don't really need to go into these 2. I think I've talked about these like way back, but whatever, I guess I can just talk about these as well. These are your 4 stars unit. This is Kurenai. Her first skill is unique type, trigger speed fast, chakra cost 60. It heals her own HP by a medium amount and then buffs her own defense by 20%. So this is like a selfish skill basically. Okay, second skill is again jutsu type, trigger speed is slow, chakra cost 55. Let's see what it does. Okay, so it will have a chance to bind the whole enemy team's skills so that your enemy's whole team cannot use their skills. So yeah, there's a chance to do that though, and the trigger speed is slow. So and on top of that, a lot of enemies are always immune to genjutsu and stuff. So just try to test her out before you take her on to some really hardcore missions. I mean, like, I doubt you ever take like 4 stars to any mission if you are a veteran player anyways. So yeah, it's for your collection purpose. Anyways, there's also a chance to debuff your enemy's defense by 30%. Enemy's whole team again. And for abilities, for leader skill, what it does is it will lessen the chance of you being bind. All right, so when incoming binding negative status effects come towards you guys, there's a chance to lower that. Okay, so ability number 1, defense and dodge rate is increased by 10%, and ability number 2, genjutsu type skills you're immune to all genjutsu type skills basically. So needless to say, she's not a very good unit. All right, so she basically does nothing almost. And then we have Hinata over here. Hinata's first skill is a Bakugan technique. Trigger speed is fast, chakra cost 70. What it does is it deals 7% plus 560 damage to a single target enemy, and there's a chance to charm your target. All right. Skill number 2 is a no type skill, trigger speed fast, chakra cost 45. What it does is it buffs your whole team's attack and defense by 40%. And then we have leader skill. It buffs all white attribute units, buffs their dodge rate by 15%. Ability number 1, whenever you take damage, there's a chance that your enemy's damage will be lessened. And then ability number 2, when you use your auto attack, like when you just use your regular attack, like your punch, not the skills, there is a chance, or no, there's not a chance. It says it will increase your critical rate. All right, it increases the critical rate when you use your auto attack. So that's pretty much it. The 4 stars are basically just to fill up your collections. You would not really be using them. Okay, so and then some of you might be wondering, how do you actually awaken the 2 brides, Mei and Kushina, into 6 stars? That's a really good question. You will have to play this bride event. Okay, so when you play the bride event, there will be these things that will be dropped from the event. Okay, right here, as you guys can see, these are some special awakening materials, only to awaken these 2 characters to 6 stars. So much like the Obito event that happened 2 weeks ago or so, where it dropped Obito's memories, right? Those were used to awaken that Obito. Same thing here. These are the ninja crystals. Okay, basically these are limited time materials only to help you awaken your 2 brides, Mei and Kushina. Okay, so also over here, when you do the mission a bunch, you will see these as rewards or drops. Wait, I don't think they're droppable. I think you can only obtain them through like grinding a certain times. Okay, like 10 times, 15 times, or 20 times. They're rewards. So these are the materials, ninja gear for your bride. So I'm just going to quickly go through them. They're not particularly powerful, but I'll go through them anyway. So this is the red bouquet. And what it does is after every action, HP is recovered by 5%. But if you equip this to Kushina, all skill damage will be increased by 30%. And after every action, HP is recovered by 20%. So that's actually really good on her. Okay, so over here we have the yellow bouquet. After every action, your chakra and HP is recovered by 3%. But if you equip this to the following maze, all type skill damage, all type skill damage, or all type damage basically, is increased by 30%. And after every action, HP and chakra is increased by 10%. Sorry, recovered by 10%, not increased. And then we have the white or blue bouquet. It says white though over here. After every action, chakra is recovered by 5%. But if you equip this to the following Hinatas, Byakugan type skill damage is increased by 30%, and after every action, chakra is recovered by 20%. And finally, we have this, what is this? Like a little bowl? Yeah, it says some high quality bowl or something like that. So it's for her when she drinks her water or tea or whatnot. I really don't know, guys. Anyway, so what it does is there is a chance to lessen the effects of negative status effects. But if you equip this to the following 4 kurenais, her max HP and agility is increased by 50%. And also, she will be totally immune to negative status effects. So that's pretty cool. And that's it for the brides. So let's go on and we'll talk about the Super Ninja Festivals. All right. Okay, right here. Give me a second. All right, so we have our Super Ninja Festival Special Edition again over here. Special Edition over here. This is the 6 million download edition. And on this one, they featured 3 characters. Actually, no, 4 basically. They are featuring the new guy, Uchiha Madara, we have Senju Hashirama, and then we have Gaara. You guys might be wondering, like, why Gaara out of everyone? But because he is actually effective for the current event mission versus Guy. Anyway, so yeah, these 4 are the featured characters. So as well, they are having rate ups right now, even though I personally, from personal experience, I really don't know how quote-unquote rate up this is, because I've been getting everything else but these 4 characters, and I've spent 200 gems by now. Yeah, and I got like what, 5 stars and they're all duplicates, right? Actually, I got one Shizui who's new, and then one Sakura who's new. But then other than that, I've been getting everyone else but the so-called rate up characters. So I don't know about you guys, but that's what I've been getting. So yeah, uncool, very uncool. But anyway, so these are all limited time exclusive characters, and then I'll be going through each one of them right now. And one special thing that you guys need to know is this time we're having a meter, all right? We're having the 8 gates meter. So this is actually something very cool, and again, proves that the company is generous, as well as, you know, using this event to make money. But of course, because they're a gaming company and they make games to make money, right? They don't make games for free to let people play, right? Because lots of manpower is involved in this. But anyways, that aside, what I want to say is they are not like, you know, trying to make you spend thousands of dollars and still not getting the guy or whatnot. But this time, the meter is really different than the previous meters. This meter is this. Whenever you do a 10 consecutive pull, you will open 1 to 3 gates, okay? But from my experience, all 200 gems spent, 4 multiples, and I have only opened 4 gates so far. So I've only opened 1 gate every single time. So I believe, I don't know, maybe 75% to 80%, you're only going to open 1 gate. Maybe what, 10% or 5%, you're going to open 2 gates at a time. And maybe like 3% or so, you can only open 3 gates at a time. So if you're like general luck, all right, not like extremely lucky, you're just going to be opening 1 gate every single time you do a multi-pull. So, but the cool part is once you have all 8 gates open, the next multi-pull that you're going to do, you're going to be guaranteed the 5 stars might guy. Like it says right here, guys. It says Super Ninja Festival limited edition 5 stars guy 1 confirmed. Okay, this is the exact translation that I'm reading right now to you guys. So yeah, but remember, it will be your next consecutive pull, meaning your next 50 gem pull. So if you have just enough gems for 8 gates, like to open all 8 gates, you also need to have another 50 gems to do another one. So basically 9 consecutive pulls can, well, 9 consecutive multi-pulls, 9 consecutive 50 gem pulls will guarantee you a guy, okay? So you guys do the math. It's going to cost about, I don't know, $200 plus to do that. But if you guys have been saving up, then it's going to cost less. So for example, I have 4 gates open right now. If I need to spend, I'm just going to buy what, 200 gems. That's like $100, right? For me, if I am going to spend that. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. That's the cool part. One other thing you guys need to know is this guy is going to cost 80 team costs, all right? So if you guys are low levels, then you guys probably can't even use guy in your team. But for us veteran players, it's not going to be a problem at all. We're going to put like 4 guys in our team and it's still going to work, okay? Wait, does it work? No, I don't think so, because yeah, it's because I only have like what, 200 team costs right now or something, right? It doesn't really increase after that. So you can't really put 4. You can only put 2 maximum. But anyway, so let's get started with Guy first. Okay, so over here are Guy's stats. As you guys can see, he has a whopping 28,000 attack stats. He has 220% as the critical hit damage, or yeah, the critical hit power. And then we have dodge rate at 24% and critical rate at 23%. So that's pretty high if you compare it to other 5 stars, right? And again, we're only talking about 5 stars. Who knows if he gets a 6 stars in the future, right? But as you guys can see, the defense is at the lower end here with only 5,000. So if you guys got the Gara, that's going on right now, he will be buffing your whole team's defense by 200%, right? And or if you guys have the 1-year anniversary summoning Sakura, who has a 6 stars awakening edition, she will also buff your whole team's defense by 150%. So that is gonna save your guy basically. And also remember, his team cost is gonna be 80. So if you guys don't have a total team cost of, you know, like 200 or so, you guys probably won't be able to take advantage of this guy, all right, because he's too OP. All right, so first skill is a Taiju suit. This is Knight's Guy, all right? Knight's Guy, not Nice Guy. Anyways, so if you guys know, if you guys have been following the manga or the anime, you guys know there is the Morning Peacock, Afternoon Tiger, what is it? Evening Elephant, and Night Guy. So this is the final move, the ultimate move by Guy. So this is the dragon, all right? Because, you know, the evening elephant, afternoon tiger, and then morning is the peacock, right? So this is final form. It's is in the form of dragon. Anyways, trigger speed is fastest. Chakra cost 100. What it does is it negates the enemy's resistance of one single enemy target. Okay, so basically, whether or not that an enemy is weak against Taiju suit or immune to Taiju suit or strong against Taiju suit, it doesn't matter. Okay, so regardless of the enemy's resistance, he will deal a flat 100,000 damage regardless of anything. Okay, so he deals that damage no matter what. But after you use this move, his HP is gonna be decreased by a lot. Okay, so your HP is going to go down by a lot after you use this move, and afterwards you cannot move. All right, it doesn't indicate how long you cannot move for, but for, you know, me testing it out when I get the chance to use him, because for those of you, you guys should probably know, you guys can use him once, right? It's provided by the developer. You guys can test them out once, and then during that testing time, I've been closing my app and reopening my app to just keep testing different things, all right, during my vacation time. And it seems like every time after I use this move, I don't know, I can never move again, and then I just get killed, right, eventually. So maybe this applies to like the time frame for this is probably forever. So after you use this move, basically he can't move for the rest of the game or the rest of that battle. I don't know, because I don't really have him. If you guys already have him, maybe you guys can leave a comment down below and let us all know. Maybe he I don't know, maybe after 5 turns he can move again, like if he doesn't get killed by then, right? So anyways, after you use this skill, not only does his HP get decreased by a lot, but his HP recovery rate is also affected. It's also gonna decrease by a lot, okay? You know, judging by the description here, okay? So both your HP is gonna go down and the recovery rate is going to go down. So it's gonna take a long time to heal him back up. And also, if you are on the opened, quote unquote, opened status, then your attack is going to deal 500,000 damage instead of 100,000 damage. So now let's talk about the second skill, then you guys will understand the first skill a bit more. The second skill is a Taijutsu technique. Trigger speed is fastest and chakra cost is 40. And this is opening the 7th gate. Okay, this is 7th gate Kai. Okay, and so when you do this, your attack and agility is increased by 30%, and then you'll be on the open status because your gates is opened, right? And then whenever you use this skill, okay, so after you use this skill, your HP is going to go down, okay? So after you open the 7th gate, your HP goes down, and after you use the first skill, your HP goes down by a lot again. So usually you only get like 5% of your health left after you use 2 skills combined. So yeah, anyway, so after you use this skill, you will be put on the open status, and what it does is it boosts your attack damage by 1,000%, and also there's a chance to dodge incoming skills. Okay, so if you are able to dodge skills, then you won't die yet. Okay, I say yet because you eventually die. All right, well, unless you guys equip this with some really OP ninja gear, or I don't know, let me know what what your suggestion is on how to use this guy properly, or how to equip him properly so that he functions like every other character, but making him extremely OP. All right, so after you use skill number 2, as well as combining with some of his passive abilities, you guys will find that he doesn't only deal 500,000 damage. He deals about 700,000 damage when I was using him every single time. So he can deal a lot more damage than these, because, you know, all these things add up, right? So over here at abilities, and that's when I was using an NPC, by the way, guys. So with 0 ninja gear equipped, right? So if you equip him with some other ninja gear, he can probably deal a lot, maybe up to 1 million. I don't know, guys. Maybe you guys will let me know. Anyways, leader skill, what it does is he buffs the attack and taijutsu skill damage by 30%. And this affects every single unit, okay? Not just the red type attribute units, but everything. And then for ability number 1, for the first 8 turns, attack, defense, and agility is increased by 100%. Now that's really crazy. And it's funny how they put first 8 turns, because, you know, the 8 gates, right? Anyways, ability number 2, the critical rate as well as critical power is increased by 50%. And also, you're not affected by debuffs. So he's totally immune to debuffs. So yeah, that's Guy for you guys. This is really awesome, very crazy. And then over here, we have 6 stars Madara. I'm just going to go with the 6 stars version since I have talked about the 5 stars before. So now we have 6 stars Madara, and he is actually really good now. So first skill is the fire type skill. Trigger speed is fast. Chakra cost is 70. What it does is he deals 5% plus 6,000 damage to the enemy's whole team, and also causing the flamed status. All right, if you guys know, for 5 stars, there's a chance to cause the flame status. All right, and what the flame status does is there's a chance to cause damage over time. Okay, every turn it'll take damage. But this time, for 6 stars, it doesn't say a chance, okay? It deals 5% plus 6,000 damage to the enemy's whole team, and then it will cause the flame status. But the flame status doesn't change it. It still says there's a chance to cause, continuous damage per turn, okay? So that will still take effect. So it's still RNG, okay? And over here, the second portion of this skill is when your attack is in a buff status. So when your attack is under a buffed status, being increased, being boosted, your damage you'll deal 3 times the damage. Okay, so this is what it says. So 3 times the 5% plus 6,000 damage when you're under a buff status. And then second skill is wind type. Trigger speed is slow. Chakra cost is 60. It's actually improved. If you guys take a look at the 5 stars, the trigger speed used to be slowest and chakra cost 70. Now it only costs chakra 60 and trigger speed is slow. What it does is it deals 7% plus 10,000 damage to a single target enemy. So that's very high comparing to 5 stars. It used to only deal 7% plus 1,000. Now it deals 7% plus 10,000 damage. And not only that, here are the crucial part. And after you use this, whenever you take damage, your skill damage, like that, whenever you return your damage, it's going to go up, right? So that this doesn't change, but they indicated how much it deals now. So it says maximum maximum it'll deal 6 times damage, but max for 3 turns. So it's not quite clear what this means. Probably it means that it can only stack 3 times, because if you guys have Madara, you guys will know the more damage you take, the more damage you return, like the more damage you deal when using the second skill, right? But this time when it says max 3 turns, meaning probably if you take 3 times damage from the same person or 3 different person, then your max output is going to be 6 times. So your max, just know that your max damage is only going to be 6 times this damage when you return the damage. It's not going to go above that. And Also, one cool part is whenever you're taking damage while you're using this skill, the incoming damage is halved. All right, this is a newly added description from the notification that I got from the homepage. It happens to the 5 stars as well. So whenever you're using this skill, your incoming skill damage will be halved. Okay. And also, let me show you guys this. For the 5 stars version, it says this too. It says max 5 turns for 5 times the damage. So basically, probably if you take up to 5 times up to 5 skills damage or 5 damage that you've absorbed, then you're going to return 5 times. But for 6 stars, you only need to absorb 3 times the damage, 3 turns of damage, or 3 person hitting you, and then you're going to return 6 times the damage. And then we're going to talk about the abilities. So it seems a bit confusing, but yeah, maybe my explanation isn't too well, but that's probably, I'm just trying my best to translate and stuff like that. Sorry about that. Okay, so leader skill, it affects all attributes. It buffs their attack by 30%, as well as increasing the fire type skill damage by 20%. Ability number 1, attack is increased by 100%, and when your HP is above 40%, your incoming skill damage is halved. For ability number 2, he is immune to negative status effects, and then all skill type damage increases by 130%. So that's a lot. And then finally, I'm happy to see this change because personally, I feel that Hashirama is one of the weakest exclusive for a long time. Even though a lot of you have been, really liking Hashirama, but I find that he has been really weak. Like even before the 6 stars were introduced, like after a lot of exclusive characters were introduced, I feel like Hashirama wasn't one of the top tiers. I've always liked my Naruto, like my Sage one Naruto above him, but that's probably because I don't have him, and that's probably because, for the team comp that I use, I don't really need him. But now I'm really happy to see this change because this 6 stars Hashirama Awakening actually brings him up to par now with all other exclusives, and I really like it because he is one of the few characters who uses the wood type technique and actually deals decent amount of damage now, because if you guys have been playing this game for a while, almost no characters have a really good wood type technique, right? Hashirama has a wood type and Yamato has it, but their damage is so low it's laughable, right? But this time it's awesome, so I'm gonna go over that with you guys right now. So the first skill is Senjutsu type, so Sage technique. Trigger speed is fast, chakra cost 70. What it does is it deals 5% plus 12,000 damage to the enemy's whole team, guys, like whole team. That's pretty cool. And also, again, it's gonna cause that special, I don't really know that Japanese name, guys, of the thingies, these doors that come down, the gates that come down on the enemy. But anyway, so it's going to cost that status again, okay? That was what it used to. It used to always have that, even as the 5 stars version, but this time the power is increased. So the enemy's skill damage is going to be lowered by 40% instead of just 30%, okay? So enemy skill damage decreases by 40% from this skill. And second skill is a wood type technique. Trigger speed is fast. Chakra cost is 65. What it does is it deals 7% plus 8,000 damage to the single target enemy. So this is really awesome. If you guys remember, for the 5 stars, it only deals 7% plus 1,500, right? This is really low. It's not even cool. But now he actually deals really nice damage. 7% plus 8,000 damage to a single target enemy. And also, when your HP is higher, your damage is also higher. So when your HP is at a maximum level, so when you're at max HP, your damage is going to be 3 times. All right, so 3 times the 7% plus 8,000 damage. So that's pretty high for a wood type technique. So that's really awesome. And also it buffs your whole team's defense by 100%. Okay, so that's very awesome. So yeah, now if you guys actually have Hashirama, he is good on your team. Anyways, leader skill. He buffs all white type units, buffs their max HP, attack, and agility by 20%. And for ability number 1, after every action, your HP and chakra is recovered by 20%. And for ability number 2, your chakra cost is decreased by 20%, and all skill type damage increases by 130%. And that's it. And I've talked about the Gaara before, so if you guys are still interested, check out some of the previous video. I will be saving my breath to talk about the guy's ninja gear right now. Alright, just know that Gaara is useful for team support to buff your whole team's defense by 200%. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the guy's nunchucks. So over here, before I talk about those, you guys would probably see these. These are your 6 stars awakening materials, still going on for the next 4 days and 5 hours from the time of recording this video. And this is the black orb, and this is the white orb, okay? This, although this looks green or aqua, but this is the black one, and this looks like purple, but this is the white one, okay? Just in case you guys are confused. And these are 40 stamina each, and they reward you with 5 ninja stones if you guys are able to complete the special requirements. The special requirement is just so that you finish the battle with a skill damage instead of auto attack, and then getting S rank rating, as well as completing the battle within 80 turns, okay? The first time you do this mission, clear this mission, you're going to get the black orb. And that's it. Same thing with the white orb mission. Exact same requirements. So over here, the ones that I just explained. So good luck grinding. You will need 3 to awaken your characters. So 3 white ones to awaken your Hashirama, 3 black ones to awaken your Madara. And then now we're going to talk about the guy's mission, all right? So there's the 8 stamina, 15, 20, 30, 50 stamina version. And this, my friends, he's very hard to fight. I'm not even joking. So bring your best characters to try to kill him off. I use my really OP team right now, the Summoning Nine-Tails Chakra mode Naruto, the Sage mode Naruto, my Tsunade, as well as... Actually, no, that's wrong. My bad, guys. Okay, let me quickly show you guys what team I'm using. I'm totally not even making any sense, because you can't use that team on him. He's immune to summoning technique, and he's immune to Genjutsu, alright? So this is the team I used to fight him. The event Sasuke, as well as Kakashi. I think I killed that guy with the computer's guy. Or probably I'm just mistaken. I think, no. I forgot, guys. But anyways, this is the team that I use, and then I'm using another friend's Naruto, I think. That's what I use. Yeah, so Naruto is really good at this in this mission, so try to clear that out with your friend's 6 stars Naruto. If not, just try out your combination. If not, just look at the comment section down below, because a lot of viewers actually share their strategies and stuff down below, so we can all benefit from it as well. So take a look at that. I'm just here to talk about the nunchucks right now, okay? So it's just telling you that this Gaara is really useful for this guy, because number 1, this Gaara deals unique type skill damage, and this guy is actually weak against what is that called? Unique type skill damage. So over here we have guys nunchucks, all right? And yes, that is actually the correct way to pronounce nunchuck. It's actually not pronounced nunchucks, okay? Do your research, guys. Anyway, so let's go. This is what happens when you equip this to anyone else other than the following guys. Your attack is going to be increased by 80%. Agility is going to be increased by 10%. And your max HP is going to be decreased by 30%. All right, but if you equip this these nunchucks to Guy, his attack is going to be increased by 100%. Agility increases by 30%, and max HP increases by 5,000. All right, so that's actually very nice for those of you guys who have the night guy. All right, the night guy. So yeah, that's it. And if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, or anything, feel free to comment down below. Oh, right, talking about that, I just saw the billboard. I just want to tell you guys the SMB voting has now been complete, and the first person is Obito. All right, and then second is Nagato. Third, what is this? Utakata. That's his name, right? Utakata. The sixth, what is this? Sixth Jinchuriki. And then the fourth place is Yahiko. All right. So that's it. These 4 guys will be made into 5 stars card in the upcoming, I don't know how many months because it doesn't say. But, you know, judging from the kunoichis that we got, it's probably going to take them in under 2 months. Who knows, right? So in about 2 months, probably we're going to get them. Please do not ask me down in the comment section down below. Ask me when we're going to receive them because I do not know, guys. We don't have any info on these. So when they come, they come. When they don't come, they don't come. So yeah, I just hope they're going to be gifts because they didn't tell us that they're gifts. Like up till this point, they still didn't tell us that it's going to be gifts. Okay, so maybe we're going to have to spend gems to try and get them. Or maybe we're going to get them as gifts like the kunoichis, okay? But if we're going to get them as gifts, they're probably going to be only for a collection, and they're going to be probably weak, all right? Who knows? So we're just going to wait till when that time comes. And that's it. So yeah, if you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions, feel free to comment down below. If I have missed anything, feel free to comment down below as well, because as I've stated, I have not been making a video for like a week or so. I'm really rusty right now. I'm sorry for today's like rambling or stuttering and just, you know, continuous speaking of randomness, nonsense. I'm sorry about that, guys. I will try my best to get back into pace and produce some more quality videos. So if I've missed anything, feel free to comment down below. I will try to include it in my next video. So take care, all of you guys. I will see you guys again in my next video. Bye now.